peace. It's your girl, Black Pearl. I'm in Jamaica. I've been in Jamaica for over a month, and I'll be leaving in less than a week to go to Kenya, and I'll be in Kenya for 2 months, and then I'm coming home. So, Pearl's World Travel. This is my first video, despite how long I've been gone. This is my first video, and it has a lot to do with the fact that I just didn't feel like making a video, honestly. I started my YouTube channel so that I could keep people updated about my life, but I got off of social media so that I didn't have to do that. So my relationship to technology and broadcasting things is still as interesting as it was before. Anyway, I've been having a time, a good time, a bad time, just a time. And a friend of mine wrote me an email, and so I'm going to answer the question that she asked me here in this video. What are some lessons I have learned? Okay. Lesson number 1, Caribbean men are crazy. If you already knew that, just know that it is true. It's not a stereotype. It's not just Caribbean men in the States. It's not just your experience or that one crazy guy you met. Like, Caribbean men are crazy. Since I've been in Jamaica, I've had to move twice. That means I have spent a lot of money on Airbnbs when I was under the impression that I would be woofing and helping a farmer and living in his house for free. That is until he realized I really wasn't going to have sex with him. And he had a fucking meltdown and started acting really crazy towards me, and like, I had to leave. So I spent my money and I went to stay at a hostel. The hostel owner is like really hot, and we started liking each other. And then he started getting really crazy too, really possessive and just like questioning me. Like, typical, whether you've been through it or not, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Typical possessive male ego type thing going on, jealousy of absolutely nothing, because like, if you would see him, you would know there was nothing for him to be jealous of. But despite how fine he is, he acted like an ugly boy, and he got jealous and scared me, actually. So I spent my money again and came to live in another Airbnb. So now I'm like not close to water. I'm fucking bored. There's nothing going on here. There's like no people here. The Wi-Fi doesn't work. I have like 3 channels. Anyways, I'm in Spanish Town, so I think that's cool because this is where Chronix is from, and I really, really love Chronix. I had to go to Kingston to get my yellow fever vaccine, and that was a cool day because, one, actually, it was kind of cool there. You know, it was, I feel like I liked the energy. I so far have not liked Kingston, but that day being out was pretty cool. And I got to see Trenchtown, which is where Bob Marley is from. So no, I didn't get to meet Bob Marley. I haven't gotten to go to the Bob Marley Museum. I didn't meet Chronix here, but I actually have met Chronix in New Orleans, so I'm good. At this point, I just realized that, like, I'm so tired. I don't know what awaits me in Kenya. I'm afraid to be optimistic. I'm gonna just be honest and say that I'm afraid to be optimistic at this point, but my plane tickets are booked, and that's kind of how I make my decisions. Once the money is spent, the decision is made, even though I had one really bad day here and I almost just came back to the States. But anyways, what did I say? I'm going to travel until my funds are depleted and my energy is depleted. And I'm actually at that point, but my funds are depleted because it's really expensive to travel to and from Kenya. So once I booked my ticket from Kenya back to the States, that's when my money was like, I don't want to say it's like depleted, but like I can't go anywhere else, right? So I can afford to eat while I'm in Kenya, but I can't afford to like take any more planes to anywhere else. So that's my update. I didn't tell you what I learned. Oh, I did. I started with 1. Caribbean men are as crazy as you think they are. 2, traveling is overrated. There's seriously no place like home. And because it took me until my adult years to even feel like I had a home, I never really felt at home anywhere. My mom passed away when I was 18. I really, really didn't feel at home anywhere. But then I moved to New Orleans, and New Orleans became my home. While I video chat with my friends, and they're out and about, and I'm like, oh my God, you're at Whole Foods. Oh my God, you're walking around in, I don't know, the Sixth Ward, and just seeing it just makes me miss home so much. And I do feel like I will continue to travel. Once I get money again, I'll probably be back out the door. And by out the door, I mean out the country again. Um, Culture shock is so real. There is no place like home. I miss washing machines and dryers. I miss water pressure. I don't really miss hot water, but I'm mentioning hot water because I haven't like I boiled water to make tea. Then I had the experience of seeing hot water, but as far as like coming out of the faucet, it's not happening, right? I've even been in houses where there were no faucets and we did everything off of rainwater, which I've also done in New Orleans. So, but it was different because I didn't have the option of doing anything else, you know. Um, what else have I learned traveling? Um, Honestly, look, this might sound crazy coming from me, and I don't give a fuck. When you travel, travel like a tourist, don't travel like a local. Because when you travel like a local, you have to live like the locals do. Once again, what did I tell you? I have no Wi Fi. I didn't take a shower today because the water pressure is super low. Probably gonna have to take a bird bath. Not really crazy about doing that. I'm not a TV watcher, but I feel like if there's a television and a cable box, I should be able to watch TV. And like I told you, there's like 3 channels. Um, it's just like leaving the country so far has been like this. I'm very proud of myself for making a plan and for sticking to it, for doing something I've never done, for spending my money that I had just for traveling. I could have leased a new apartment. I could have leased a car. I could have fucking went shopping. Like there's so many things I could have done with my money, and I decided to spend it on this trip. And I'm not, there's a little bit of regret there, but for the most part, I'm gonna say that as a 30-year-old woman with no mother, no children, no home, I'm proud of myself for taking this risk and for doing something that no one else around me has done. It's not like I'm mimicking, you know, someone else's plans or anything like that. I wanted to see the world and I fucking booked some tickets and came to see the world. It turns out it's the same. No matter where you go, it's the same. Because it's like, yeah, I'm in Spanish Town, Jamaica. And guess what? It's just fucking Spanish Town. It's like, oh, it's the world. I was already in the world. Turns out the world that I wanted to see was actually already in that bitch. Life is the same no matter where you go. Because, yeah, I'm here. And, oh, I'm in Jamaica. Guess what? It's just people trying to make money so that they can make a living, so that they can support themselves. So it's basically my regular life, but in patois. Um, yeah, people are rude in the city. People are nice in the country. People are sweet at the beach. It's just like being in the States, except in patois with no Wi-Fi and no hot water. But I mean, you don't need hot water because it's fucking hot here. But anyways, yeah, I have had some days where I'm like, I feel like this trip is going to turn me into a different person, and I think that's okay. I am ready to go back to America. I am ready to be American. I am ready to go be in the States and work a job and save money and buy a house. And the next time I leave the country, I will be traveling like a tourist, right? I'm gonna save up my money and like go shopping and get outfits just for my trip and like go with other people next time and get like a hotel and stay at a resort, because I feel like I've had some dope experiences going to the beach with the locals, walking through the bush in my Walmart sandals. That's pretty cool. Buying fish at the beach that was just caught. I have honestly had experiences that I wouldn't have had I not had like some of the crummy shit that went on. Because if I wasn't in the mountains with that fucking crazy guy that was mad at me for not having sex with him, then I wouldn't have had the experiences of walking through the bush in my sandals, or almost getting hit in the face with an owl because I was out at night and there's no lights. So I would not trade this trip for the world, not for a minute, not for a dollar, not for another experience. And I almost came home the other night. So anyways, this video is long enough. I don't even know when I'm going to get in some Wi-Fi to post this video. But it is, what's the date? Hold on. It is Sunday, October the 13th. And it is almost 6 o'clock. No, it's not. Yeah, it's almost 6 o'clock in the evening. And it took me up to this point to make a video. I appreciate you for watching it. You should definitely go to Jamaica. Long Bay is the most beautiful place I've ever seen in my life. And even though I dealt with some shit out there too, I'm actually about to go back to Long Bay tomorrow. And I could see myself coming back to Long Bay. I could see myself coming back to Jamaica. But like I said, it will be with friends. And I will definitely be doing the ball out thing. Because being here on a regular artist budget with no one, like I have resources. I have resources because I have a good personality. It's not because I came to Jamaica with my dad and I can be like, Daddy, can you buy me this? No, I'm here by myself, thugging it out just like I've been doing in the States, but it's just that I'm already used to the States. So thugging it out in the States right now seems like a fantasy life, because thugging it out in a country where everyone can tell you're not from there. Everyone thinks I'm from Africa, actually. They don't think I'm from the States. Everyone thinks I'm African. But someone might come to you and start speaking some really strong patois and they don't speak English and you're like, what did he say? Oh, he wants my phone number? Are you fucking kidding me? I got somebody to translate that. I wasted my time having somebody translate, just somebody wants to talk to me. It's just like being in the States. Every nigga wants to be in your face. Women look at you like you're weird because they don't recognize you. And everyone's just trying to make money and support their families. So I came to Jamaica just to live my regular life, but in patois. But like I said, I wouldn't trade this trip for not a dollar, not a minute. But when I come back, I'll be staying at a resort. And that is my review of my trip so far. It's Pearl's World Travel. In about 5 days, I'll be in Kenya. Oh, shit. Now, maybe they'll think I'm from there. I don't know. But in about 5 days, I'll be in Kenya. And I just look forward to working with the locals, working with the children there. There's a lot of AIDS orphans. That's what I'm going to do, is work with them. Apparently, they eat a lot of fish. I probably am not going to want to eat fish anymore when I get back to the States, and that's my favorite food. So I'll keep y'all posted on that as well. Thank you for watching. This has been the first update of Pearl's World Travel. And like I said, I have no idea when I'll get to actually post this video. All right. Peace.